everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you a reading vlog. Hi guys, it is 4:04 p.m. on Saturday the 1st of September. Welcome to a new reading vlog, to a new reading month. So, I think it's time to just admit that I'm in possibly my first ever actual reading slump. I don't know, I thought maybe I was a bit slumpy, but then the book swap-a-thon happened and I had a really great reading week during the book swap-a-thon. But then book swap-a-thon ended and I just kind of immediately went back into kind of a bit of a slump. And I never really have reading slumps, but it's partly to do with being so busy that then when I do have spare time, I quite frankly spend a lot of it just sleeping, and it's almost like I don't even have the mental capacity to even pick up books half the time. If I do have time, I just literally stare mindlessly at my phone watching stupid videos because I just don't have the capacity to engage in books or even movies sometimes. So I don't know. But anyway, so it is Saturday. Normally we'd get a car clip, but I didn't need to go anywhere today. And so I do have a game tonight. It's the last game of the season, and I just was like, oh, I'll just quickly do my hair for soccer because my parents are picking me up in about an hour. And this is possibly the best my hair's ever looked in a bun, and I'm only going to soccer, which is such a waste. Anyway. So in terms of a reading update, I am still, if you watched the last vlog, then you know that I've been reading Fire Study, and I'm still reading Fire Study. I can't even remember where I was up to. I've read maybe a chapter since I last spoke to you guys. I'm on page 238. I'm on chapter 19. I'm basically exactly halfway through, and it's not even that I'm not enjoying this book. I do think it's a little bit slower than the first two, but I don't know, it's not even a reading slump. I'm in a life slump. I just feel like I'm in a rut, even with my videos and all of that, I just feel so unmotivated. And it's not just with BookTube, just generally. Last night, in the last clip of the last vlog, I'd mentioned, I'm going to get the last vlog for August up. Did I do that? No. And normally, I always manage to get those up, on the evening, at night on the last day of the month, and I didn't do it. It's not up. I posted 4 videos last month. I don't know, you guys. It has been slumpy just in life in general. But yeah, I am still reading this. I've had plenty of time to read today. We went out for breakfast this morning, so it is Father's Day in Australia tomorrow. But my niece has a 9 a.m. game, so we weren't going to be able to go out for breakfast, and we weren't sure what we were going to do. So we ended up going out for breakfast today to celebrate Father's Day. So I went out this morning. Then went to the shops and got my few grocery items and came home, and I got home probably at about 10:30. So I've been home for 5.5 hours. Have I read anything? No. What have I been doing? Have I even been watching movies or TV? No. I slept for a couple of hours, and then I just was staring at my phone doing nothing. I've watched a little bit of BookTube, but mainly just mindless Facebook crap like I mentioned, so yeah, not a lot to report. Tomorrow I'm going to my niece's game that I mentioned. I'm also going to my dad's game. But then I think that's it. I think I have a free afternoon tomorrow, so maybe I can really just sit down. I don't know whether, I'm not experienced with reading slumps, so I don't know whether it's best to sit down for a couple of hours and really not force myself, but sit down and really try to push through some of this, whether doing that will really engage me back into reading or whether it'll just push me further into a slump. I don't know, because I've not experienced this before. I do think that maybe sitting down and reading for me would work, because that's kind of what happened with book swap-a-thon, is that I said with my first buddy swap, I was I haven't finished a book in a day in a really long time. I want to, and having those goals to get those books read for book swap-a-thon, that just really worked for me. I got so much read. So maybe that is the way to go, that tomorrow when I've got a few hours, I'll just sit down, power through as much of this as possible. Because my reading style is not to, generally, I don't sit down and read for big chunks of time. I normally will be watching booktube and I'll be like, okay, I'll watch 2 videos of booktube or something like that, and then I'll read 2 chapters, or, you know, like that. That's kind of how I read. I read in small bursts, and maybe as a way to kind of kick myself out of it, I should sit down and for like, you know, a solid hour and just push through as much of it as I can, because I am a pretty fast reader. So yeah, I like that you can really see the text on this. Okay, Winifred, yeah, don't show the people your butt. Get down. Sorry about that. So, yeah. I love that we've started off this vlog with a way too long of a clip. So, yeah, that is it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, probably in the afternoon sometime. Maybe I'll, like, really vlog my experience with sitting down and reading, trying to push through this for an hour. I don't envision getting any of this read tonight. Like I said, it's my last game of the season, so we're hanging around afterwards for, like, pizza and to have a few drinks, things like that. So, yeah, I don't envisage coming home and reading a lot of this, maybe a chapter, possibly nothing. I think, and then tomorrow afternoon, I'm really gonna try and sit for a couple of hours, an hour, a couple of hours, and get through some of this. So I'll talk to you guys probably then and let you know how I get on with it. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 5 p.m. on Saturday, the 2nd of September, and today has been, I've accomplished a lot, but not quite as much as I wanted to accomplish. So today, so last night I had my soccer game and all of that. We won our final game of the season, which was great, and I got home pretty late. Not like late, but like after 10, because I did hang around after the game to like have a few drinks with the girls and eat pizza and things like that. And so I didn't read at all yesterday. I then today went to my niece's game this morning. I then came home, and I've been at home since then. And I had a lot that I wanted to accomplish, and I thought I'm going to be able to get that all done by like around 3 and then read for a couple of hours, and then that didn't happen. So I edited and have currently uploading, and I think it's going to be done by the time I go out there, the last of my August reading vlogs, which is great. I then also planned out my August wrap-up and my September TBR, which took a lot longer than it should have because I once again hadn't updated my reading spreadsheet since like the first week of August, so I had to like put in all the details about all of that and then work out all my statistics and stuff, so it took quite a long time. And I've just now got done filming those 2 videos, and the lighting got a bit shit towards the end because it's gotten a little bit later than what I originally intended. I am also going around to my parents' place for dinner tonight. We're just having fish and chips, and I normally would head around there about now, but I've also got a load of washing that I had put on that's finished that I need to hang out. So I'm going to hang out that and then head around there. I was originally hoping, like I mentioned yesterday, to read for an hour or 2 this afternoon, but I don't have time for that now. So I'm going to hang out that load of washing, then go to my parents, and then I was originally going to watch a movie tonight, but I think I'm going to commit, and I'm going to scrap the movie for tonight, and once I get home, I am just going to spend the evening trying to read for at least a solid hour. So that's my plan. I think that'll be a nice chill Sunday evening in any event. Winifred is really anxious for me to feed her dinner. So yeah, that's it. I haven't read anything since I spoke to you guys, but I am really hoping that with a solid hour of reading, and that now that I'm really a lot more comfortable in how busy I am at work and everything, that I maybe will be able to get some reading done like during the days at work, like on my lunch breaks, and maybe on the bus, maybe this week, and then I can really just start to get back on track with my reading, because I do miss it, which I think is a good sign that maybe I'm about to come out of my reading slump. So yeah, I think that is it for this clip. I will check in with you guys tomorrow after work. Hopefully I've got time to check in with you guys before I go to knitting. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so in fact I might not be able to read on my lunch break tomorrow because I have to leave work a bit early tomorrow to make my doctor's appointment, and then I'll probably be going almost straight to knitting, but hopefully I've got time in between that I can update you guys, because hopefully by then I will have got some reading done, because even if I don't read at work, I should have got at least an hour of reading done this evening. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Where are you? Say bye! Oh, okay, she's real pushing the camera. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is 5:43 p.m. on Monday, the 3rd of September. So, I actually was homesick from work today, so I just woke up this morning and had a really bad headache. So, and it was really good because I actually wasn't good. The headache wasn't good. But I called in sick to work and I actually like took a sick day. I didn't like work from home. I think it was good for me to do that. The sad part about me having a headache is I can't read when I have a really bad headache. I do get migraines. This wasn't like full-blown migraine. Like I have oral migraines and my vision was okay. I just had like a really bad headache. Yeah, and with my migraines, I see some people talk about it and they're like, oh, I have a migraine and I'm just going to like curl up in bed and read. And I mean, no shade to those people. Everyone's, you know, medical things and stuff present differently to different people. There's no possible way I could read if I had a migraine or even like a bad, I mean, obviously, because like I said, I do get oral migraines. So I have a lot of problems with my vision when I have a migraine. But yeah, there's just no way when I've got a really bad headache that I can even like focus or do that. All I can really do when I have a migraine is try to block all light out and sleep. So anyway, so I did spend most of today sleeping, but so last night when I got home from dinner at my parents' place, I did read a chunk of Fire Study, which was really good. And I have read a little bit since my headache started to get better. I started to feel better in the like early afternoon. And then I slept a little bit more and then like I feel pretty okay now. I am going to knitting. And yeah, it's like I said, so it's about 5:45. I need to leave in like 30 minutes. And I just got back from my doctor's appointment, which was convenient that I already had a doctor's appointment booked because it meant I was easily able to get a medical certificate. Are you right? Like, she's just literally balanced on my knee and now she's pushing the camera with her tail. Okay, she's gone. So, yes. So I read a chunk of it last night. I have read a couple of chapters. I haven't read a lot today, but since I started feeling good, I did read a couple of chapters. So I'm now on page 371. So I only have about 70 pages, just over 70 pages left to go. Like I said, I don't need to leave for knitting, so I think I'm going to read another chapter or two right now. And then I think I'm going to finish this before I go to bed. So I'm really hopeful that I can finish this tonight. I feel already better about my slump than I did because I don't really get typical reading slumps. I think for me, this was just a culmination of being super busy and not having the time. And when I don't have the time to read, like basically at all, like there were days at a time, which is so unusual for me, where I didn't read anything at all. And then a combination of being really busy with being quite stressed, and I didn't have, like, sometimes even when I did have a bit of time to read, it was only a small amount of time, and I didn't want to put in the effort to read because I just felt like I couldn't mentally, like I didn't have the mental capacity to like focus on the book properly the way that I needed to. And then, so then when I do have bits of time to read, it was like taking me so long to get through things that it was just like, I started to feel really disconnected from my reading as a whole. But I already, just from like reading a chunk of it last night and getting a few chapters read today and possibly going to finish this tonight, because basically I was about halfway through this, so that means I've read like half a book in like 24 hours because I only really started reading last night. So I'm like, I already feel a lot better about things, and so I'll move on to my next read and hopefully everything will be all good. I do wish that because I'd been home today I could have edited one of my videos, but hopefully I'll have time to get a video edited and uploaded tomorrow night because I did only just post my last August vlog. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it for this clip. I'll probably talk to you guys when I get home from work tomorrow. Hopefully, like I said, now that I already feel like I'm in such a better headspace and things have already calmed down a lot at work, things may be a bit busier for me tomorrow because I haven't been there and like I barely even checked my emails. Like I literally just really disconnected today. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, hopefully with thoughts on this. I will start an audiobook tomorrow when I go to work as well, so I'll have things to talk to you about tomorrow after work. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 6:46 p.m. on Wednesday, the 5th of September. So it's been a hot minute kind of since I spoke to you guys, so I haven't been well. My headache that I had on Monday continued on and got worse. I feel like I've been fighting off a flu. I just generally was not well. I still don't feel the greatest, but I'm a lot better today than I had been on Monday and Tuesday. So I was off work again on Tuesday, really just not feeling the greatest. On Wednesday, today, I was back at work. So, having said that, I do have a lot of reading to talk to you guys about. So on Monday night, as predicted, I think when I spoke to you guys, and I don't have the book with me because I'm a professional, I finished Fire Study. which was great because, as you guys know, I'd been reading that book. I think I read that for like 9 or 10 days or something ridiculous. So I was glad to finally have that one done. This is the third book in the study series, which is the original, I think, trilogy that it started off as. And I have mixed feelings on it. I definitely felt like it dragged in parts and was maybe a bit too long. But I also don't know if that's just purely due to the fact that I was so off with my reading and that it took me so long to get through that I definitely think that swayed my feelings on that. I definitely still enjoyed the book overall. I enjoy the world. I enjoy all of the like politics and magic. I love the relationship in the series. I love all of that stuff. Love the characters. I do kind of, again, a complaint that I had in the second book that I had again in the third one is that there was no real shocking moments. Everything was just kind of fairly predictable and is exactly as I predicted it to be. So yeah, it's a complaint that I have, but overall I did still really enjoy it. I'm giving this third one the same rating that I gave the second one, which is a 3.75 star rating. So that I finished on Monday night. Then yesterday, through some miracle, well, it's partly because I wasn't at work, but I didn't read that much during the day. It was more in the afternoon and then into the evening. I was reading Love Bites by Rachel K. Burke, I think it is. This is a Kindle backlist book that also happens to be a NetGalley read. It's a new adult contemporary romance. It's about a girl named Justine, who fell in love with her best friend's boyfriend. So basically, her best friend has this boyfriend, and as soon as she meets her best friend's boyfriend, she's like, immediately into him and, fights it for a long time type of thing. And then her best friend confides in her that she thinks she's going to break up with the boyfriend and that she's going to take time while she goes away for this funeral that she's going to for a couple of weeks to think it over because she really, doesn't feel like the relationship's going anywhere. She's not that into him, blah, blah, blah. While the friend's away, she, through circumstances, whatever, she ends up sleeping with the friend's boyfriend. It drives a big wedge in the friendship, obviously, when the friend finds out about it. And then, so I thought from the synopsis the book was just about her falling in love and then being in love with the best friend's boyfriend while they were together. So I'm glad that it wasn't that and that it was more set after those events. So you get flashbacks, so you get all of that happening still. But the main part of the story that we're actually following, Winifred, the main part of the story that we're actually following is is the reconciliation almost of the friendship, which I appreciated that. I also don't think that the book was poorly written. A lot of these, types of books can be quite poorly written. I thought this was fairly well written. I was surprised. I thought this was self-published, although the editing was better than your typical self-published book. But then when I looked, it was actually published by HarperCollins, and I was like, but then there were a lot more mistakes in it for what I would expect by a mainstream published book. Like at one point, for example, the word seized, like SEI, that version of seized was used when the person meant ceased, like CEA. I was like, that's the wrong word. Just little things like that every now and again that I was like, this should have been better edited if it was done by a mainstream publisher. But overall, the story was just very run-of-the-mill, very predictable. But like I said, I did kind of appreciate that it took a slightly different path. If you're not into cheating, you're not going to like the book. Let's just be straight up. And I'm not into cheating as a principle, but I don't generally, if it's not a deal breaker for me in a book. I know it is for a lot of people. But yeah, it's just very run-of-the-mill. I'm giving a 2.5, which feels maybe a little bit harsh, but it was just very straight down the middle. Wasn't particularly great, very predictable. I got through it really quickly, so I'm going with a 2.5 star. So that's how I finished yesterday. I haven't read anything since then, so I've been at work today, like I mentioned. I didn't get anything read today. I'm still not back to being crazy busy or anything. Things are still manageable, but I did have quite a bit to get through, just backlog of emails and things, because I had been off work for 2 days and hadn't even looked at a single email or anything like that. So I hadn't read anything yet today. I then had a physio appointment basically as soon as I got home. I then got home and I've just started editing my August wrap up, which I want to get up. So that's my main goal for tonight, is to get that up. My next read is going to be Stray by Rachel Vincent. This is the first book in the Shifters series. This is almost 450 pages, so it is like kind of chunky, but it's an urban fantasy. I think it might be like new adult or adult urban fantasy, so I'm expecting it to be quick and easy to read. So I'm still hoping to get through a chunk of this tonight as soon as I finish editing my August wrap up, which of course is way longer than I wanted it to be. I don't know, I've got 27 minutes of raw footage in this first clip, but I know that my memory card filled up and then I had to film a portion of it, and I can't remember how long that second portion is, so it's definitely way longer. This is still raw. I've only just barely started editing it, so hopefully I can get it down shorter than that. And yeah, and I'm about to take a break from the little tiny bit of editing that I've done to finish making dinner because I'm friggin' starving. And yeah, hopefully, I feel a lot better today. I still don't feel great, but I feel a lot better today than I did earlier in the week, so hopefully I'm back on the upswing. And yeah, and I definitely feel like my reading is back on the upswing. Like, it's the 5th, I finished 2 books. Oh, I should have mentioned, sorry, I always forget to mention the audiobook. I did start an audiobook today. I'm listening to Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry, and I am 60% of the way through. I started that today. This is a YA contemporary. I'm going to give more of my in-depth thoughts on it tomorrow because I should finish it tomorrow, but I will say for now that I am enjoying it far more than I expected to. I only really put this on hold because I saw my library I've mentioned before doesn't get too many new release YA books in particular, and Emma from Emma Books had been raving about this book and how much she loved it, and so I was like, oh, Emma really loved it, you know, my library doesn't get too many new books, just place it on hold and we'll listen to it when it comes in. But didn't really think that it was something that was going to be super up my alley, but so far really loving it, which is great. So yeah, I think that's it for this clip. I'll talk to you guys when I get home from work tomorrow. I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow, which is good. So yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is 5:39 p.m. on Thursday the 6th. Yes, the 6th of September. I just got home from work. Tonight was going to be a night where I had nothing on, but I spoke to my mum today and I agreed to go try this like boxing for fitness type thing with her. I have to leave in like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. I still need to get changed because I'm still dressed for work. So I didn't bring my book in with me either. It's still in my backpack. I was reading, mentioned yesterday when I spoke to you that I was going to start Stray. I started that last night. I got about 100 pages through, just over 100 pages, which wasn't too bad. This is a new adult, I would say, urban fantasy that focuses on a main character who is a werecat. So she's like, you know, it's like werewolves, but they're cats. And I don't mean like household cats like my baby Winnie. I mean like panther, leopard style cats. And within the like community of like werecats that she comes from, female werecats are very, they're not very, but they're very rare. They're not as common as male werecats. So female unattached werecats of good breeding are very hard to come by. And a few female werecats, known also as tabbies, have been going missing. And she has been trying to kind of get away from this world that she was brought up in and has been away at college for a couple of years. And her father, who's like the head of their pride, brings her back home because of these female werecats that are going missing. And that's kind of the crux of the story. So like I said, I read about 100 pages last night, and I did, guess what, you guys? I read on the bus on the way home. I didn't read this morning, but on the bus on the way home I did read. I only read 2 chapters, but still I did read on the bus, which is an accomplishment. So I don't know what page I'm on because I didn't bring the book in with me, but I'm probably about 130-ish, 130, 140 pages of the way through that now. I am still hoping to get some more of it read tonight once I get home from this boxing class, which I really hope is not going to be terrible. I also have, you can't see, I can show you guys if I pull my cardigan. I have strapping, I don't know if you guys can see that, there's strapping on my shoulder from the physio, but I'm sure it's fine. I also finished my audiobook today for Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry. So I didn't talk too much about this yesterday. This is a YA contemporary that is set around a boy named Michael who his family have recently relocated, and he is attending this kind of private Catholic school, and he is an atheist. And then one day when he's in class, on like I think it's his first day he's in class, and a girl challenges the nun on what they're talking about, and he thinks, oh, I found a another person who's an atheist in this Catholic school, come to realize that she's in fact not an atheist, she is a devout Catholic, and he ends up kind of joining this group, like secret society type thing with her, that is made up of him who's an atheist, her who's a devout Catholic, another girl who's a pagan, a boy who is a gay Jewish boy, and another boy who I think is a Unitarian. So they're all made up of all different kind of religions, and they talk about different things and challenge different things around the school that they don't like, even the Catholic, or they don't like a lot of the way that the school is run because it is very kind of old-fashioned in its Catholic values. Like the sex education leaves a lot to be desired, and they're very strict on like the dress code and all of that type of thing. And so it's basically just about him in this group of friends. The group is called Heretics Anonymous, and it's just basically about that. I enjoyed this way more than I thought I would. This book to me is really just about tolerance and acceptance and people having different points of view. And just because someone has a different point of view doesn't mean... Am I zoomed? I feel like I'm really close to the camera. I'm not. I just must be sitting up nice and close today. That, yeah, just because somebody has a different point of view than you, or a different religious belief, doesn't mean that you can't be friends and that you can't have similar morals and have similar beliefs about some things, and that you can't, yeah, it was just, I did really appreciate all of that in there. I just really like the message behind this book. It's not super dark contemporary, which typically I like my contemporary to be pretty dark. This is much more light-hearted, comedic contemporary. It's, a lot of people said in the Goodreads reviews that I read that it made them like laugh out loud. It didn't make me laugh out loud, but it was fairly humorous in tone, which I really appreciated. And I think a lot of people would really be able to relate to the character, and I think there's a lot in there for excuse me, a lot of different people. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. I'm giving that a 4.25 stars. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, that is pretty much the update. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Excuse me. And I've got a really bad tickle all of a sudden. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully I can get some more read today. I'm not going to start a new audiobook tomorrow. I'm just going to listen to some podcasts. Wish me luck at my boxing class. I'll talk to you guys about that when I get home from work tomorrow as well. So yeah, I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye guys. Hi guys, it is about 10:15 p.m. on Friday the 7th of September. And tonight you're getting a Pillow Talk clip because I haven't filmed yet. Today, and I am about to head to bed despite the fact that it's not that late because I'm really tired, and this angle is really highlighting how bad the dark circles are under my eyes. Jesus. So I don't have a lot to report. So I have still been reading. Do I have my book in reach? I do. Oh, hi Winifred. Don't knock the camera, please. Okay. Oh, that's her tail. honey. There she goes. Don't knock that can over. So, as I was saying, I am still reading Stray by Rachel Vincent. So I didn't get as much read yesterday, so I mentioned that I went to the boxing class with my mum, which, oh my god, I am so sore. My dad messaged me this morning and he was like, oh, how? And I was like, oh, I'm not too bad. But like, as the day's gone on, I've just gotten stiffer and stiffer. And I can only imagine, because normally day 2 after exercise is the worst day. So I can only imagine that tomorrow I'm going to be real sore. Anyway, so I went to that last night. And then when I got home, I just didn't, I did read, but I didn't do like a super amount of reading. So I think I was on about page 160 of this last night. I, however, did read on both the bus to and from work today, which was really good. And then I have been reading tonight since I got home from work. So my sister didn't come around tonight because my niece had a soccer game. I didn't go because it wasn't like a normal part of her like normal competition. It was just like this thing with like school, and it was fairly far away and I don't even know what time it was. Anyway, so I was just at home tonight and I've just been basically watching some booktube and reading. So I am now on page, oh, that was a beautiful face. I'm on page 317. So if I can show you, there's my bookmark. I am that far of the way through. It's about 440 pages, so I've got about 130 pages to go. I would have really liked to finish this tonight because the next book I'm picking up after this, I'm planning to just quickly read the first book in the Babysitter's Club series, and I would like to be able to return that to the library tomorrow. But alas, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. That's not a big deal. I might go to the library on Sunday instead. So weekend plans. I don't really have much plans this weekend. Soccer's finished for me. My niece still has games and the men's team still have games, but like my brother's away, so we're only really going to like support when it's, oh my god, this taping is real itchy. So yeah, we're only really going when it's home, but they are playing home this weekend. So anyway, so tomorrow I'm going for coffee. I have no plans for the rest of tomorrow. However, I won this week, which was exciting, for a cinema near where I live. They are a smaller cinema and they have competitions on Facebook constantly, and I enter like every single one I see and I never win. And this week I won, and I actually won a double pass to see Crazy Rich Asians, which I've heard really good reports about. My friend Emma saw it and she really liked it. The reviews that I've seen on Twitter and stuff have been really positive. So I haven't read the book, but I don't think it's a book series that I, you know, would like definitely planned on reading. So I'm not fussed about seeing the movie first. Winifred, don't knock the door. No, she's trying to scratch me. So yeah, I am. I'm going to talk to my mum tomorrow and see if she wants to go see that tomorrow afternoon, and maybe do that cinema's like in a shopping complex, and maybe do some shopping, a little bit of shopping, because I haven't been shopping and I'd like to pick up maybe some new stuff for work. And I also need to go to JB Hi-Fi, which is like an electronics store, because, oh, I can actually show you guys because we're doing a beds pillow talk clip. This is my phone charger. I'm trying to, the cord is really, really long. Can you guys see how busted that is? And I'm seriously worried every night that I plug it in that it's going to like spark and like catch my pillow on fire. But I don't have another charger, and like I can't just not charge my phone. Like, who would I be? So yeah, I really need to buy a new charger. And I also would like want to get a new charger for the lounge room, because I had one in there, but I moved that one into the car to plug into the car charger. So now I don't have one in the lounge room. So every time I want to charge my phone when I'm in the lounge room, I have to like cut the charger from the bedroom out there, and then, which is not a big deal, but then inevitably every single night, if I'm out in the lounge room, I then come in to go to bed, and I'll be like reading in bed, and then I'll be really tired and go to sleep and go to plug my phone in before I go to sleep, and left the friggin' charger in the lounge room and then have to go out and get it, and it's so annoying. Anyway, talk about a tangent. So yeah, so I'm hoping to do that, because there is a JB Hi-Fi at the centre where we would be going. So that is possible plans for tomorrow. Then Sunday, my niece has a game in the morning. I think she's only got 3 games left this season, and I'm hoping to make it to them all. So I'll be going to her game on Sunday morning, and then Like I said, I don't know if maybe we'll be going to the guys, like the men's team's game to support, because they're quite near the end of their season as well, and they are playing at home this weekend, but that'd be a big gap, because the men's games are in the afternoon, and Ella's game is at like 9 a.m, so I might have some time in the middle of the day, where perhaps I could go to the library. So that actually is probably a good plan, because it'll give me more time to finish this tomorrow, and then read that Babysitter's Club book, so I can take that back. So yeah, I think that is it for this update. Hopefully I can talk to you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll vlog a little bit tomorrow if I go shopping and such, but we'll see, because I think that all the time, and then I never remember to take my camera with me. Yeah, I think that's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow sometime. Night night. Hi guys, it is about 4:15 p.m. on Saturday, the 8th of September. Yeah, I just forgot what month it was for a second. The 8th of September. I have been out all day today. I went for coffee and such this morning with my parents. I then came home and basically literally came home, put my stuff away, my groceries and things that I picked up away, and then I got into my car, went round to my parents' place, picked my mum up, and we then went, which I kind of talked about yesterday, we ended up going to that, oh, what's this bit of hair? God. Went to the local shopping centre. It's not our local shopping centre, a shopping centre not too far from us, and did a little bit of shopping. Not really. My mum bought a couple of things in Target, and I bought new phone chargers. However, while we were in there, there was one of those like pop-up type of bookstores, and I noticed it as we were kind of walking towards it, and had signs up everywhere saying $3, $3, $3, and I always check out those pop-up bookstores, but they very rarely have like novels. Normally it's a lot of children's books and like activity books and like a lot of cooking and like memoirs and autobiographies, things like that. And so we're walking towards it, and then I was having a look, and I was like, oh, they actually have like some decent-ish stuff here. And so I said to Mum, oh, can you go ask the lady like what is actually $3? And Mum came back and she's like, everything is $3. And I was like, what? So then I started having a much closer look, and spoiler alert, I bought 12 books. 12 books, but they were $3, and when I started looking through, I found some absolute fucking gems. I was so excited. I found books there that have like are on my wish list on Book Depository. I was so excited. And then there's a couple that I was like, you know, I might not necessarily have rushed out to buy this, but for only $3, why the heck not? I am technically supposed to be on a book buying ban, like a book buying restriction. I'm supposed to only be placing my monthly Book Depository order until Christmas, but clearly that's gone out the window, because how can you pass up $3 books? And they're not used. They are kind of like book outlet type books, where they've got like, you know, like a permanent text or like a Sharpie line across the pages, as if they like can't be sold in a store, but they are new, like they're in new condition, and they're $3. $3 is probably the average price that I pay for a book when I get it from like Savers or Salvation Army, and these aren't even used. So I was so happy. I'm not going to show you guys what I got, because I'll save it for my September book haul, but stay tuned for that book haul, because I'm real excited about it. So after we did that, we then had lunch, which was good, and then we went to see Crazy Rich Asians, because like I mentioned yesterday, I won that double pass, so we went for free, which was great. And it was really good. It was actually, I'd heard pretty good reviews of it, and like even my friend Emma had seen it and said that she really liked it, and so I thought I would enjoy it, that it was going to be like good, but I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I expected. I think I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Like I cried a couple of times. I'm an easy sell with crying. Ask my friend Emma. I cry at the drop of a goddamn hat in a movie or anything like that, but I cried a couple of times. It was really good. I really enjoyed it, and it's actually made me want to read the books, because I mentioned, like, if I'd come across those books, maybe I would have picked them up, but it wasn't something I was rushing out to pick up. And there was kind of that little mid-credit scene that made me wonder whether that, I don't want to spoil anything, but whether that is what the second book in the trilogy is about. And I'm very interested in that. And I love that actor who was in that scene. If you've seen the movie, you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so in terms of a reading update, I haven't read anything since I spoke to you guys last night, because I spoke to you guys right as I was going to bed. And obviously I've been out all day. This is going to be the last clip for this vlog. Oh, my stomach just grumbled, which I'm not hungry, so I don't know why that happened. I'm actually planning to make tacos for dinner tonight. I rarely cook, but I love tacos. Far out, this taping on my shoulder is getting so itchy. Yeah, I rarely cook, but I love tacos, and I don't have them very often. And while I was out at the shops this morning, I bought all of the stuff to make tacos, and I'm pretty excited about it. Although, like I said, I'm not at all hungry because I had a big lunch. So hopefully I get hungry. If not, maybe I'll save it and I'll make them tomorrow night instead. But I might get hungry over the next couple of hours and then decide to make them. Who knows? Anyway, tangent. So yeah, I haven't read anything because I've been out all day. Like I said, this is going to be the last clip of this vlog, so I will have my final thoughts for you, I guess, on what I think of Stray. I don't think I've really mentioned my thoughts on it so far, so I guess we can talk about it just a little bit, because I haven't finished it. It's pretty, I'm enjoying it. It's, because it's like enjoyable, easy type of reading. It's pretty, like, quote unquote trashy type of like urban fantasy, you know. I find the main character, Faith, she kind of pisses me off. She's one of those, like, supposed to be like fiery, sassy main characters, but to the point of being like annoying, if you know what I mean. Like, she won't listen to anything that anyone else has to say, even if it's like smart, you know what I mean? Like, because she's always got to be right. She won't like take on board anything else, and to me that's just a sign of immaturity, because there's being like stubborn and being able to hold your ground, and then there's just being stupid, and she's kind of at the points going into stupid and being immature about it. But there was, however, in one of the parts that I read last night, there was a little twist that I did not see coming, which is cool, because I quite often, not to toot my own horn or anything, but toot my own horn, because I'm sitting in the car. Yeah, not to toot my own horn, but I do quite often see plot twists coming. And it was just like, it wasn't like a huge twist or anything. There was just like something that kind of happened that I went, oh, okay, didn't see that coming. So that was cool. And I'm enjoying it. Like I say, I'm enjoying it. It's not anything like super groundbreaking, but I think it's going to be like, it is a 6-book series, I think. So it is going to be like a fun, I think it's going to be like a fun series, but it's not going to be anything that I'm, you know, going to like rush to recommend to people. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts at the moment. But like I mentioned, I might finish it tonight, or I might finish it tomorrow. But either way, I'll give you my thoughts in the next vlog when I check in with you guys tomorrow. So yeah, I think that is it for this clip. So I'll see you guys in the outro. I hope you guys enjoyed this first reading vlog for the month of September. I would love to know how your guys' reading month got off to, what kind of a start you got off to. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more reading vlogs from me. But that is all I have for this video today. Bye guys!